she was like, did you go to college? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, how far did you make it? 1 year, 2 years. And I said to her, in my calmest voice.
Because even then, like, even though you want to be so pissed, like, you just want to react so. You, you know what you're feeling at that point. You know what it is. There's moments like that where, like, you really, really genuinely know, okay, this is in fact what I think it is. This is going where I think it's going, and I'm gonna have to put a hold on it right now. Skirt. No, you can't even do that. Look at my dog. Look at my dog. You can't even do all that because, boot. You can't even do all that because, look at those ears. Because, yeah. You know, Rufus is 6 right now. He's 42. Boo boos. Anyway, you can't even put a hold on it like that because, those leaps. Um, oh man, I lost my train of thought. Look, he's so cute. You can't even put a hold on it like that because, again, you don't want to seem too angry, right? You don't want to get thrown out because, oh my god, sir, you're just so hostile. Oh my god, security, security, I think he's getting mad. Oh my god, security. You don't need that, right? She's the one who's coming at you wrong, but yeah, right? It's just funny, like, they put you in your place while putting you in your place, right? While keeping you in line. They can still do certain things to you, but you ultimately have these reminders, red flags in your head. Oh my god, oh my god, okay, I remember, what I look like. I have to remember what I'm wearing. I have to remember, how I talk to people. I have to remember, all this clocking yourself constantly. That's why even in the moment he told himself he has to remember, oh I have to remember what I look like. Oh I have to remember who I am. This embodiment, right? It's embodiment. And she is getting out of line and I can't do anything about it. And it's that constant build up of what do I do on track? What do I do? I don't know where to go. What do I do? I don't know who to talk to. Where do I go? I don't know what to do in this situation. I don't, what do I do? I just got arrested. I don't know what to do. When I got arrested, I was so pissed. Yeah, there was no means for that whatsoever. I was just a pig cop taking advantage. He was supposed to be doing an investigation on some weed, suspiciously. Right? Those girls didn't have any weed. Remember after that event happened, I was walking back and I saw them walking to the building. I was leaving. And I said, okay, like, are you alright? Like, what happened to you? They said, nothing. I said, well, what about they said there was weed. They said, no, there wasn't any weed. I tried to tell that fucker from the very beginning. I didn't have any weed. I don't know why he said that. Like, he was just making up stuff. Anyway, like, but I'm the one who got arrested for what? Because the very first time, our altercation, right? Again, for no damn reason. I was just him making up shit. The very first time, he tried to take me downtown. For what? Threatening to take me downtown for some bullshit over nothing. Right? He goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Right? Straighten up, boy. You better straighten up. You better look me in the eyes when you're talking to me. Or else you want to take a look. Or else we're going to go downtown or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to teach you your placement. I'm going to, I'm going to get you right, boy. You need to, remember when you're talking to me. Straighten up when you're talking to me. Don't look everywhere else. You look at me. Look me in the eye, boy. I lay down talking like that. It's crazy.
I have a master's degree. I was actually pretty livid. I mean, I didn't express my anger in the moment. I just said, I have a master's degree.
His face. I'm gonna replay that, y'all, cause that's me. I get like that too. Like, I'm not gonna yell, but you can tell when I'm really pissed. And it's funny, like, there's this thing about like women when they get mad, like, some women just they just explode. I can get to that point too. I'm not gonna be your simp anymore. I'm not gonna try to be decent towards you when you're in the wrong. I'm not gonna try to hold back for your sake, honey. I'm not gonna do that because I've been holding. Chances are, when I finally explode, I've been holding back for so long. That's why I'm exploding. That's why I'm finally yelling. Anyway, I talk softly. Like, there's the thing with women. Like, when they start to whisper. Number one, that's how you know she's crazy. That's how you know she's crazy. Two, run. Really, run. You better run. Because you know it's actually really pissed. When she's sitting there whispering, like, Erica, I told you. I told you, Erica. You know, things like that. Like when she's whispering and shit, like her eyes are all, why would you do, just things like that. It's like, that's how you know, yeah, she's up there, man. You need to run. Shoot. That's what I do. I start whispering. I don't mean to, but I just, anyway.
I was actually pretty livid. I mean, I didn't express my anger in the moment. I just said, I have a master's degree.
Y'all see that face? All right.
But, I mean, not that I think I'm all that because I have a master's degree, but, like, just the assumption that, you have to start at the bottom, then work your way up. I mean, I'm surprised that the first question she asked me wasn't, did I go to high school? Me being so black and all, you never know. When I went to the ER, like, I was going to go to the gym. I was wearing, like, my gym shorts and tank top. And I didn't have my glasses on when I went in. So I think it was pretty clear she was making some assumptions about me based on how I was looking. And this was just, like, a few days
And of course, whites will certainly do that. Whites will do that.
After, like, some other stuff had been happening to me. Like, I was walking down the street, and, like, these two white
Crossing down the street in my 6'4".
dudes, like, started, like, I don't know, they were just being really weird with me. They were started, like, sneak up behind me and acting like they were going to get me and do something to me. And then one of them, like, put his arm around me and said, oh, I'm just kidding, bro, and I'm just...
I've had moments like that, too, where people... White people try to play. They really try to play like that. Oh, it's alright, bro. We good, bro. We good, brother. Hey, we good, brother. You my brother, right? It's like, shut your mouth. And that's also another indication how you know, like, I'm really pissed. When I start talking really, like, whispering, that's one way. But, like, other women, like, they start to talk really deep. You're like, I know you shouldn't have done that. I know you shouldn't. Run. Da, 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 da. Really, like, that's how you know you need to run. And by the way, whenever I do, like, run and, like, I start, like, da, 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 I'm just imitating, like, there's a vine, whatever. Like, at first, I started to see just one vine like that with that song, and now, like, it's everywhere. Like, it just started to pop up everywhere. Yeah, I can show it to you.
Run. Monkeys my mind. Run. Niggas!
Okay, well, the last one was a little bit, the last one was a little bit, off, but you basically get the point. That's what it is. Anyway, back to the show.
And then the next day, like, some dude, like, he was riding his bike on campus, and he, like, intentionally, like, jeered into me with his bike. Like, he was, like, making eye contact, and, like, there's plenty of room for him to go around, and then he just thought he would do that. And this was, like...
I'm not trying to be mean, but that's how you know you're a punk. That's how you really know, like, you're a punk, when you let people do things like that to you. Like, that's just... Now, I even slip up and I have my tendencies where I try to be a simp. I try to be decent folk. I try to just say, oh, it was nothing, just brush it off. It was an accident. When clearly, like you said, direct eye contact. They see you, you know they see you. You know they know that you know they see you. You know all that stuff, and yeah, man. Stuff like that. Yeah, man, I've had that stuff happen, but especially like with the white boys, like when they try to joke with you, oh man, come on, man, you just know I'm kidding, right? You just know. Get away from me. Like, right now. Like, really, I gotta get so, like, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Like, just don't. Have you heard that song? Don't. You know, really, like, don't. Don't play with it. Don't be dishonest. Really, don't. Still not understanding this logic. Like, don't do that. Shoot.
So that and the hospital thing, like, they all happened in the same week, and I'm just thinking, like, I'm just really mad right now, you know? Like, why are people doing this? Like,
and you can't even say anything about it. Like, you can't even do anything about it.
And then, like, the other day, I was, like, walking down the street, like, I left the gym, and I was just going to get a smoothie, and, like, I was coming back, and then, like, I was walking, and then I heard, like, I was walking past this car who stopped at a traffic light, and as I was walking past him, I heard his automatic lock, like, on his door, like, he locked his doors. And
I know you guys are probably like, oh, man, boo-hoo. Like, what are the odds? Like, maybe it was just, like, a coincidence. Yeah, okay. Like, we know what we're talking about. Like,
I was walking behind his car because he was sort of, like, and she was talking to me, but video from July, but August got really bad. Like, just sitting at the park. It almost feels like, you know, if I was a different person, I mean, this could easily drive someone crazy, you know, like, especially with...
To be honest, what he's getting ready to talk about right now is what I've faced a lot. Should I continue to be calm? Should I save face? Or should I just go crazy? Should I just go buckwat and give them what they're asking for anyway? Give them what they expected me? Huh? Because I know the second one is more likely to this... Either way, it ends up the same way, right? I'm at fault. I get charged. I'm the one who must have been skipping, you know. I'm threatened with, now you better get to class, young man, or I'm gonna write you up. Yeah. Some kind of threat or whatever, something to keep me in line, something to gear me straight. But, I mean, there have been a couple times where I'm like, look, why do I keep letting this happen? Because, like, any other time, like I said, like, when he was hit with the bike, come on, you're a punk if you let that happen, and you know it. You know it. You yourself, like, you intentionally know that. Like, but yeah, you also know you don't have the guts enough to stand up and actually do anything about it. And why is that? See, you're mad and you're getting pissy at yourself. It shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't keep holding things in all the time when you're not responsible. But again, you do it because you're scared. And you know, they know even more so that you're scared when they get to walk away or pedal away, whatever, on their bike or whatever, after they just hit you, ran you over, whatever. They don't mind. They don't care. And when you let them walk away with things like that, they especially know, okay, I don't have to care. Not for this nigga or the next one that I do this to, right? Yeah, so now he's going to start talking about, like, if this were any other person, like, I just feel like it would drive them crazy. But in reality, what he's really saying is, if this were any other person of any other color, any other distinction, like, they would be able to go crazy. They would be able to get the privilege to be able to go crazy, to go off a little bit, right? Maybe swing a few fists. But no, not me, and I know that. So instead, I'm just going to keep it anonymous, and I'm going to say something else. That's really what he's saying, because I've been here to the same thing.
The stairs. Like, I was sitting in the park once with my friend, and she was talking to me, but we were sitting down at this bench, and, you know, people were going by, and, like 3 people, 4 people in a row just sort of, like, looked at me hard. Like, I mean, they were all white. And I'm just like, no. So I've been keeping...
And you know, right now he's pissed, but really, like, it's the emotion is starting to come back to him. That's what's happening. But I'm gonna tell you though. I've had that happen too. Yeah, I've had that happen too. Like, people just eye up and down. It happened yesterday at my volunteering thing. That's what happens when you get around a bunch of white folks. Well, no, it's just no. Shut up, no. That's what happens when you get a bunch of white folks. White folks around, swarms of other white folks, right? Maybe not white folks when there's, a couple, the few, black folks scattered, right? But they mask it better. But no, man, it was happening all day yesterday. The kids were the worst ones. I already posted that, but really, like, they're not aware that they're supposed to be masking it. They know somewhat it's rude to stare and point, and laugh, and make jokes, but no, they're not like their mommies and their daddies and their grandfathers, their aunts and their uncles, right? They don't know how to, discriminate and like kind of brush off and pretend like, oh no, that wasn't me. I never did that. I never said that. I didn't do that. They don't know how to do that. They don't know how to mask it. Now, at least the grown folks, yeah, they look at you crazy. They stare at you real hard for a few seconds, and not even in the genuine, hey, do I know you kind of way. No, you know what it's for. You know what it is. That's why you have to walk through the crowds with your head held high. Like you're not scared, like you don't have anything to be ashamed of, like you own the place as a black person. I saw a black man doing that yesterday. I know that's what he was doing, because I've done the same damn thing. Same thing. Trying to give yourself a little boost of confidence before you're just thrown into the shark infested waters. That's really what it is. Just out there to tear you apart, and you know that. So that's why you do what you do, and you carry yourself in the way that you do. Whether it's with, like me, with your big analytical words, or whether it's with your attitude, holding your head high, literally. You was sticking your chin out like this, just walking up in the crowd. Dark-skinned black man and all these other white people. It's country-ass white folks, It's the typical stuff. It's sick. The kids, they don't know how to, get that look. And then, like, for a few seconds, whatever, a minute, and then walk on and kind of, forget about it or whatever. And somewhat eyeball you throughout the event or throughout the, the I don't know, the class period or whatever, right? Kids, they want to stare at you the whole time. Point and stare and gossip, and, whisper, not really whispering, hey, who is that guy? Or why does he look that way? Things like that. It's not really whispering, but,
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Today is July 4th, 2000. So all this stuff was going through my head, and my friend, who was with, there were fireworks in the distance, and, sort of drowned out what I was saying. And my friend was like, that we saw coming up, this white couple, a white woman, a white man, because my friend was going to go home, and I left my stuff in his car, and I decided I was going to stay for a bit longer, so I was walking with him back to his car, right? We got kind of lost on the way back. We decided to ask some people for directions that we saw coming up. This white couple, a white woman, a white man, coming up on the sidewalk. And yeah, my friend was like, let's ask them where the street is that we were looking for. So as I approached them, the woman like immediately like grabs hold of the dude's shoulder. Like she's like, this woman's like terrified. Like she.
That's exactly how it was that night when the same thing, almost a white couple, they were running away from me. Late at night, right? Because here was a single black guy behind them, right? And they could hear my footsteps, and I was wearing my big black, tin boots. So, yeah, you're going to hear that. Clunk, clunk, clunk. You're going to hear it, And it was the girl who turned around first. Kind of makes sense. Why? Psychologically, why the female turned around first. But the older white couple, well, I'd say like, I say older because the guy had like a beard, but doesn't mean like, doesn't mean like they're always older, but yeah, look kind of young. I'd say like mid-20s or whatever. She clenched onto his arm real tight, like kind of like, and she just kept looking back at me, and and when I saw that, I said, okay, I know, again, always trying to cover for them, always trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, always trying to cover their tracks, give them some kind of excuse, right? Cover up for them when they're not the ones who are going to end up getting convicted. They're not the ones who are in any danger. This is their world. They're never going to get thrown in this lamp, right? You understand that? They're not in any danger. You're not gonna get slapped with any fines or anything. You're not gonna get randomly searched or anything like. No, always me. It always comes back onto you, right? But I said, I know what's happening isn't happening. It couldn't possibly be, so I did an experiment. I didn't start to run up on them. But what I did is, I stomped. I started to stomp with each step. But, instead of just... What I did, I started to... instead of just... I was like... the louder the steps, obviously, I figured that would make it sound like, it's just kind of like an initial common sense thing, right? The louder it is, you figure the closer it is. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as I started doing it, I'm still, mind you, I'm still in the same position, far back from these people where I was. When that woman first turned around and saw me, started clenching on real tight, looking back like she's scared, right? Kind of walking fast or whatever. And they kind of leaned over to you because they're walking side by side, leaned over to kind of whisper something. And they both started walking faster, and each time they heard my footsteps louder, they sped up, so they're walking faster, almost kind of like jogging a little bit, like it was ridiculous. I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? And when I finally got to the center to where I was going to, right, because I wasn't out there for them. I'm not out here for y'all. I'm not out here trying to hurt you. I'm not out here for you. I'm not out here for you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your name is. And I'm not out trying to know. I'm not trying to swipe your wallet. I'm not trying to steal from you. It was just a bunch of bullshit. Well, hey, they don't know. So many covers I try to give them. Like, it's ridiculous. We get so used to going with them and going against our own people. Like, it's ridiculous. Trying to help our people. But it's ridiculous. And anyway, I finally got to the center. I was going to with Raleigh, and because that's where I was going. I was following my GPS. I was lost, right? But I finally ended up making it somehow to the center. It was cold. 20 minutes of walking in the cold, and whatever. I didn't bring a jacket, and yeah, I wanted to shout because I was angry. I was humiliated. It was embarrassing. I was angry because, like I said, I tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they let me down. They disappointed me, as they always will. Because they're not on your side. You understand? They're not for you. They're really not for you. But I wanted to shout, not all of us are out, not all of us black guys are out to rob you. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I wanted to shout something like that, but I was pissed and I was torn between feeling really sad and like disheartened, right? And also, angry, upset, humiliated. Because that's humiliating. When you finally realize, when it finally clicks in your head, what's going on. What's going on is exactly, what you think is going on is exactly what's going on. That was humiliating. And again, those are experiences like you just have to take with you, and you can't ever say anything about it. You just kind of have to get used to it. This is how it is, and this is how it should be, right? What else is there?
Like her eyes got bigger. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, she was really scared. And I started talking, and then as I was talking, there were fireworks in the distance, and sort of drowned out what I was saying. And my friend was like, "No, I get to speak louder." So I spoke louder, and I was like, "Can you tell us where such and such street is that we're looking for?" The guy was like, I don't know. And it just kept walking, and the woman was like scared and like on his arm like the entire time. They walked past, and I was like, what the heck was that? I could just see the terror in this woman's eyes. The woman was visibly scared. There was so much going through me in that moment. I was angry. I was hurt.
Yeah, see, the same thing he's talking about. You're angry because you realize what you think and what you really, really want to doubt. You really want to give these clowns the benefit of the doubt. You really, really don't want what you think is going on. You instinctively already as a black person, because you're programmed from birth, right? From an upbringing, you already get drop subtle hints that the world is a certain way in regards to you, but you're hoping that it is not at all what you think it is, what your instincts as a black person is telling you within this world. But then it is. You find out that it is, and then you're so hurt, right? You're so disheartened. You're hurt. What are you hurt for? It's not you, that's them. You're not doing anything. You don't have to. And maybe these people had like a bad experience before, like literally a day or a week before with other black people. I don't know. I really don't know. But again, I'm not going to make excuses for them because it's typical behavior. It really is. It's just typical behavior. Whatever. Like these same people want to be fake and smile at you on the street, side of the street, man. That same day, within the night, man, they're going to be clutching their purse when they walk past you, walk as far, on the sidewalk away from you as they can, walk, they'll be on one side of the street, they see you coming, right, a black guy, even a group of black guys, they go to the opposite side of the street just to walk on. That's really insulting. It's really insulting. It's like, man, like, dang, do I stink? But another part of me, I mean, I understand a bit of the fear because I have it too, like this institutionalized fear, and then, the logical part of me, how I see a lot of black people acting today, it's like, yeah, man, I don't want to deal with them, so it's weird, but, yeah, man, I know, going through it firsthand, there are specific cases where you don't do anything wrong, and you're still treated as such because it happens to me, and it's ridiculous. And when I wanted to shout something to show how angry I was and kind of show them up, right? Not all of us wanna rob you like you think we do, or I wasn't trying to hurt you, by the way. Thanks, something, whatever. Walk on. I couldn't even bring myself to do that because I felt guilty. I felt guilty doing that, right? I felt like I was being too nasty. It's stupid how you try to give them excuses.
Was that I instilled like fear in this woman. I was confused because I just wanted to ask for directions, and
I was confused too. I was confused. Like, okay, what's going on? When I started to realize what I thought was going on, what I didn't want to believe what was indeed going on. I didn't want to believe it, but it was happening. It was happening. I just don't want to believe it, right? We get so used to, turning on the TV and seeing whites, and whites everywhere, and white commercials, and white JCPenney's, and white Macy's, and white commercials, and, white movies, and white actors and actresses, and white Nickelodeon, white Disney Channel, and white, and white movies in the theaters, and white people all around. We just kind of forget, and it slips our minds the way they really think. Deep down, it slips our minds. And we'd like it to slip our minds because we don't want to face reality. Because reality is really harsh. With our world, we'd like to forget. We'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt. We'd like to think that they're here for us to, this whole affirmative action and equal rights crap, right, is here to protect us. And hey, they signed off on the bill, so they must have changed their minds. Every single one of them. Things are great for us, right? Suddenly our areas will change. No. Probably going to stay in the same ghetto or the same racist country hick suburb. Probably. It's either the one of the two. Either way, it's still the same common enemy.
I felt there was a hostility that was assumed when I was approaching them. And just all this stuff was going through my head. And my friend who was with me, he's South Asian American, so he's also, dark skinned, and he was like, dude, what was that? And like, we started joking about it. He's like, you need to work on your boot and like scare them. And I'm listening, and he's like, trying to make light of the situation, and I just started like, crying or whatever, because I was just like really upset and mad, and he was totally like supportive and sympathetic, and sort of held me for a little bit, and until I just got it all out, because in that moment I was like, I'm sick. I was just sick.
I'm gonna tell you, like, I understand exactly where it's coming from, like feeling hurt and feeling emotional about it, especially, yeah, all right, I'm gonna, whatever. I understand. Oh. But I also have to say that, boy, if you think you're hurt now, well, wait till they're beating you. Like, they haven't even started beating you yet. What are you crying for? You know what I'm saying? If you think you're hurt and upset now, just wait until they start throwing you around, putting their hands on you. Get on the ground now. Just wait. You just wait. They start barking orders at you and stuff. Because they got a tip call that someone like you, who look like you, right? You know, was walking around the area, was seen, you know, what is it? Loitering around the area, or, you know, littering or some crap, right? I got a call, you know, says you match this description. So, son, you're going to have to come with me. Yeah, all right. Can't even put your keys away in your pocket without them trying to bar you. You know, get down on the ground now. Get down on the ground now. All it takes is for you to just flinch once, and then you won't ever be crying again. You won't have the opportunity to cry again or even feel sorrow for what they're doing, you know, to you ever again. Because by that time, boy, they might have, you know, they'll go ahead and just shoot you. You can't even flinch a single pinky without them just wanting to shoot you. They don't mind. They really don't mind it. I feel like they're really not there for quality control anymore. It's just whatever they want.
I was just sick of like just my body just being a sight that inspires fear, and I can't really describe what it's like to feel like, you know, just the very.
And I get that too. Like, I remember I was sick of it too. At a certain point, like, dang, you know, like, why am I so scary as a black guy? Like, why? And I got tired of it. I'm not crying right now, but I've been yawning a lot. You know, like your eyes get watery, but really, I got tired of it. It kind of made me hate my place as a black man. You know?
Side of you instills fear in someone. I don't know, hatred, I guess, would be part of it too. But I can't really describe what that's like. It's a really awful feeling. I'm not a bad guy, and I hate being treated like I am. And I don't want.
And you know something else? I also hate having to explain constantly. No matter how much, pretty words you say to white people, it just doesn't seem to change the fact of what it always ends up being up when it comes to them and you. It doesn't change the fact, you understand? It just doesn't really change the fact how things always end up ending. But I also find that when I was sitting there trying to explain myself in the best way possible, throwing myself on the brig, you know, just giving everything up, trying so hard to save myself from a situation that shouldn't even have been a situation to begin with, starting out with something so simple. I got tired of having to explain. I got tired of you know, feeling like I had to explain myself in a certain way, in the most perfect, utterly perfect way I could to possibly eke my way out of this. I got tired of it. And it's really exhausting when you have to do that constantly. Yeah, man, I get it. You know, it tears me up. It pisses me off that even I have to, you know, that I have to use all these pretty little words just for the possibility that these white people will maybe let me go. Let me go on about my day and stop harassing me. Shoot. Talking about, you know, who I am and what I'm doing around here. Y'all came up to me. Y'all are harassing me, and now suddenly I'm being patted down for weed and, you know, marijuana charges because you think you have a suspicion of marijuana on me. You've seen a lot of criminal activity behavior around here with marijuana. Yeah, man. I get so sick of having to explain myself. Things that shouldn't have to be explained. And here I am, trying to explain it and like trying to be calm tone and, you know, calm range of voice and say the prettiest words, right? Prettiest words. To make sure that I get in a few laughs and try to make sure that they don't do what they already want to do with me as much as possible. They don't do what I already know they want to do with me as much as possible. What they don't even, they're just as willing to do with me.
To ignore the gender piece when I'm talking about this either. I'm not suggesting that women don't have a valid fear of men approaching them at night. I totally get that. At the same time, the point I'm trying to make is that, two middle-class, college-educated, clean-cut looking white guys, and I say that because we were two college-educated, middle-class, clean-cut looking men of color. But yeah, two white men with the same appearance would not instill the same level of fear in Ann Arbor, Michigan. For me, it's the intersectionality of both my race and my perceived gender.
I mean, it's just a given, again, how he can, on the spot, right, just automatically pull that out on the spot. That is, in fact, the case. Right? He already knows, look, if it were white guys doing this, like, it wouldn't even be anything. He already knows it. And my mom knows it. It's a universal thing. It's nothing new. It's not just made up conspiracy crap. It's and again, it's nothing that we're putting on place on ourselves. It just, I understand that some of my folk in the black community, yeah, there's some things that are done and there are ways that people act that just kind of incite, this thing of danger and this thing of violence. And, that also makes me mad. And this is the perfect video, just, disclaiming, it doesn't matter how nice you talk to them. They don't care. They don't care. There's not this, it's kind of like when you're trying to talk to someone and they are just so bent on having their way with conversation. They're so bent with, no, I'm right. No, I'm right. Shut up and let me talk. I'm right. It turns into a lecture. You understand? You didn't come there for a lecture. You didn't come there to be told how wrong you were about an open-ended, question or conversation. When you genuinely ask them for their opinion, or what they think about this, and then it turns into whatever. You're never going to get a certain, juice or whatever you want to call it out of a certain person when they're like this. So this is a perfect example. No good is ever going to come out of this.
ID, but you're attacking them. I'm asking you to get out here. Sir, I'm here. Why? Look what you are doing. You're scaring me. Yes, you are scared because I didn't do anything. You're scaring me. You're under arrest.
Yeah, I'm forcing his ass into his home under no circumstances whatsoever, just cause, and he doesn't show any kind of remorse. And you see how submissive and the black guy's talking to him. I've been there too. It doesn't matter how you talk to him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the pretty words or your tone of voice. It doesn't matter how scared you are when you say the things that you're saying. It doesn't matter. If I was younger, this would surprise me. But this has been going on for a while. What I've been seeing and things, like it's not even a surprise. Look at my dog. It's not even a surprise anymore. At all.
For what? Sir, I'm asking you liable questions. You just come to the house and look, I am scared. I do not know what to do.
And I also heard they're supposed to tell you what they're arresting you for. He hasn't done any of that. They can't just come in and grab you and put handcuffs and then I mean, a lot of them do anyway, but then just make up some, crack charge or whatever. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be a liable. It's supposed to tell you a liable reason of suspicion why they have for stopping you, or even if it's like, They're supposed to tell you. Certainly can't just force them, their way into your home. Especially when they haven't even told you the probable suspicion they have. But again, they can say anything. They can just slap anything on. Oh, well, you gave me a dirty look. So that's how I knew you were hiding something. What? You're hiding something in my own home? You're right. I have furniture. I have food. I have air conditioners. What? I have shampoo. I have a toothbrush. What?
You ain't do anything. Wait, how you gonna arrest somebody? You didn't give no reason about where you arrested. Get out of here! I'm not calling. This is my house.
And also, you could see the black guy like putting up his hands, right, making it perfectly known. Hands up. I am not, no clenched fist. I'm not out to swing on you. I'm showing you just how vulnerable I am and I'm willing to be. And those kind of behaviors when the cops are like, get out of here and, get away. No, it's only because he can see that, he's being recorded. That's all. That's really what it is. That's all it is. He just doesn't want to be caught. I remember when the pig cop, when he arrested me, I said, okay, well, hold on, let me get my phone. He said, no. That's when he started to shout louder. He said, no. And that's when he started to, kind of chase after me faster because he saw that I was going to go get my phone. I was walking. I wasn't running. No. I started to walk back to my car to get my phone. Why? Because I wanted to record this fool doing what he was doing. Talking to me the way he was talking to me, handling me the way he was handling. I wanted to. He didn't let me do that, though. Why? Because he knew how it would have been.
You're not recording. Arizona, this is my... What are you doing? Sir, what is your name? Sir, I'm not answering you. Sir, I am answering you, but look at what you're doing. You're recording this. Why are you doing this? For what? That's what I'm asking, sir. That's all I'm asking. Of what charge? That's all I'm asking.
It's on.
You can't just arrest me.
Hey! Can I see your phone, please?
No! Arrest!
This officer, he harassing everybody over here.
Sir, what is your problem?
But I'm gonna tell you, let that black boy who's recording, let him have a gun and just pull it out of him. Let him pull out that gun and shoot him in the back. That cop, for doing what he's doing, for being on his boy, being on his cousin, being on his friend, or whatever. Any random fool hits you, what do? Of course you want to hit him back. Of course, but yeah. Why? You suddenly can't do that because they have an outfit on. Doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense, at all. Especially any random fool just comes on to you, right? Just, starts, throwing himself on you, attacking you, of course you want to grab his hands and fight him and fight back, but you can't, you can't, so that's why that black guy was just holding his arms, the cops, arms and kind of, trying to stop him from, getting control of him. Because he knows he can't hit him. Any other fool, though, what do?
Sipping on the motherfucking Arizona and shit, you know what I'm saying? Picking it, waiting for my nigga Moore to come through. Shooting this TTT. I thought Moore just came through it up. Oh, yeah. He was right behind him. I wasn't him. Oh, that wasn't him. Word. Get Cuzzo out. Huh? Three. Who is you, homie? Okay. You see what I'm drinking? Look at that. You is looking at it. I'm not breaking no law.
Yeah, that's an invasion of privacy, but I got it on
Read it. You
camera.
don't gotta read the ingredients. Read it. Read it. No, matter of fact, look and see what it is.
You know something that's stupid. The idiot pig cop, he said, turn the can around so I can read the ingredients. Now, I don't understand this. Anything, whether it's cold medicine, the back of the bottle, the back of the box, A1 sauce, it's going to already have specific ingredients, right? Food coloring, food dyes, whatever, listed for that particular thing. So even if the guy did have some kind of alcoholic, rum or vodka, I don't know, whatever. I mean, if it's in the Arizona sweet tea can, well then it's going to say the same ingredients as the tea. That's not going to help to see the back of the can. That is, in fact, enlisted, for the tea. That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like things that don't make sense. Like that if the guy was drinking Kool-Aid instead of iced tea, you're not going to know exactly what's in the Kool-Aid because it's already the can is for the iced tea, understand? And so it's going to say the ingredients and everything, dyes for that specific tea, not for any alcoholic thing. Whatever, y'all. The thing is, there is no sense with these kind of random stops or whatever questionnaires because one question turns into 20 questions, and the next thing you know, you're on the ground in handcuffs because they end up stopping you for, well, excuse me, sir, you may want to tie your shoelaces. And they want to stop and have a conversation, right? Friendly conversation with you, where you're coming from, what your name is, and then it turns into, excuse me, sir, well, can I see some identification? Or, are you from around here? Oh, okay, because I've gotten a lot of calls and reports of criminal activity in this near area, let me just run a drug test on you, let me just search you, but, just, it turns into, one thing turns into another, That's why I'd rather not be stopped by these people. I'd rather not deal with these people at all, because one thing leads to another, and they're always gonna want to get something out of you. It's just ridiculous. But no matter how much illogic, they're throwing at you, you can't seem to throw the logic at them because your logic turns out to be illogic. It's turned around to be all, you're just acting silly. Now you're resisting, or now you're just, no. I'm the one who's making sense. You're not the one making sense. That is the truth. That's the reality of it. See, even in this video, it's going to be made to seem, oh, well, then the man should have just listened to me, right? You're supposed to listen to an officer. Otherwise, you're obstructing an officer. Even though you know you're not doing anything wrong.
You don't even know if he's really a cop. He hasn't showed you a badge or nothing.
For no reason. For what?
Yeah, for what though? What's the crime?
We got the camera.
What's the crime? He's a civilian as a customer.
Why not? I ain't breaking no law.
I'm in here 12 dudes here around Shottown, Southside. I'm telling you, I'm day 20. I don't know who these guys are, but I'm saying that man, if he's out, we don't know.
Your badge number.
He needs a
We got the
PJ.
camera. Where your
Get the
badge
property,
number?
sir. Hey, with the 2-6 head.
You got 5 seconds left. Put your hands up against the car. Put your hands up against the car now. Put your hands up against the car now.
I notice how there's just no hesitation to just be nasty to you. I'm not even talking like when they're talking to you and they ask you a bunch of questions that don't make sense, and then they want to get mad when you prove them wrong. They want to ask you, another set of questions, and they get frustrated, I'm asking you again, comply, you're not complying, or you're resisting, or what, just, it's dumb. It's a runaround game, and they get to the point, like where this guy, they get so tired of you being able to point out the flaws in their logic, right? And then they just start to push you up against the wall of the car, I'm not gonna ask you again, leave, or, do this, or stop doing this, or, get out of here, or whatever, some crap.
Sir, yo, chance to get started. You're in the red. Yo, for what? I'm about to go. Yo, you want to drink this? For what? I ain't doing that. I'm trespassing.
Because just because you say I'm trespassing, like, you see these other people though, like right behind, like, you see the motorcycle? Is the motorcycle trespassing? I don't understand. Like, it is a clearly known, like, come on now, this is a store. This is indeed a store. I really don't get it. Just because, like I said, they just make up anything. Well, what did I do wrong? You because I said so. This is what you did. I'm gonna just name it whatever I want to in the moment. And, whatever. Unnecessarily, violent and everything like that, aggressive. And this is the part where his black brothers failed. Because when they see this clown handling him like this, they don't jump on him. They don't jump on this fool. Maybe someone's like, yeah, because they don't want to get shot. No. There are like 4 or 5 other black guys around. If they jump on this white fool and handle him, or at least restrain him, right? Put handcuffs on him, or sit him down, or whatever. That's one less of their brothers that's going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need to handle this. They need to be stepping in and just recording it. That's good. That's one thing. One way to help. But rather than just record it and, mindlessly stand by while this is going on, it's kind of like that video where there's this guy recording his baby being abused. That was good at recording it, but he was literally staying by the whole time while the baby's just on the ground squirming and, it just being hit. You've recorded enough. Why don't you take some action? Why don't you take some action? Right? That way, this won't just go down in history as just being another case, just another video of this same crap happening that is only happening right now.
Put your hands behind your back, sir. What? Put your hands behind your back now. For what? Put your hands behind your back.
This is an Arizona iced tea. I want everybody to see this.
Yo, he can drink the contents.
Half and half. Arizona iced tea.
Trespassing, sir. For what? I'm about to go trespassing. Put your left hand behind your back. I'm not trespassing. Put your left hand behind your back.
I got it all on camera. He locked this man up for nothing, man. For nothing. Nothing. He ain't do nothing. He thought that was the alcohol, so he didn't do nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing wrong. But he didn't do nothing wrong to leave the property. As a civilian, he has the right to purchase something as a customer if he didn't break a crime. You ask him.
And something else that I find repetitive that seems to happen with these idiots is the fact that here you are. I even got sucked into this too. The very first time when I dealt with that pig cop, these people in the video, they're trying to explain something that shouldn't have to be explained. It is already common sense. It's common knowledge. It's just logic. You understand? It's just logic. This guy is trying to explain something that it's over. It's already going to be the white man's way anyway. You understand? Like, the white man doesn't want it to be a certain way. That's why he's doing what he's doing. There's no amount of logic you can spill, you can spit, or whatever. It's going to change what he's doing, what he already wants to do. What he's already kind of accomplished. You already stood by and let him put the guy in handcuffs. Understand? He's got him. He has got him. It's not like, the guy who's trying to talk sense and logic to the white cop who wants to have his way anyway. It's not like he has the key, right? It's not like after this, pep talk, right? Dr. Phil, whatever, that, the cop's suddenly going to have a change of heart and let him go. It's not just, oh, well, let me just, talk, let me just talk him, let me just calm him down, let me just talk him out of it. No, this guy isn't going to change his mind. He's not going to. He doesn't plan on it. It's kind of why he's, how he is right now. Yeah, man. I'm going to tell you, this kind of stuff right here, when you start trying to, it turns into an argument. It's not much of an argument because You're literally telling them nothing but logic, and they want to try to blow it off or say some other phrase and quote to get you out of their face, or they try to threaten you and say, okay, well, right now you're interrupting my investigation, right? I was told that you're interrupting my investigation, and if you don't leave, now I'm going to put you under arrest too. Or I can say you're trespassing. I can say this is my private investigation. You're trespassing, or I can say you're obstructing an officer, obstructing an officer because you didn't do what I asked you to do or whatever. But it's like, leave for what? This is a public space. I don't have to leave here. Besides, I'm getting evidence right now. You know what I'm saying? For everything you just did for no reason. But of course, they just want you to get out of their face so they don't get caught, right?
Leave based on the assumption that that was alcohol, but you were wrong. So he didn't commit no crime. Yo, a lawyer gonna eat this up. Who? What did I do?
See, what did I just tell? What did I just tell you? What investigation? He's not even investing anything. I mean, he already slammed the guys to the ground. You know, he's slammed the guys to the ground and everything. Like, he already has them in handcuffs. Not much more to investigate. You understand? Like, you didn't even invest enough decent energy or whatever, real motives into what you were doing before you placed this fool in handcuffs. It's not like, I just don't see that as logical. You have the guy in handcuffs. I know for the next 10, 15, whatever, 20 minutes, you're not gonna, after the guy's already in handcuffs, you're not gonna sit him up, right, and calmly talk to him, ask him about this or that, or ask him, okay, so explain to me what time you bought the beverage. Explain to me when you walked out of the store. You know, okay, so why do you feel like I stopped you? Why do you feel like I was asking you this? It's not like the cop's going to have a decent heart-to-heart out, you know, or actually be genuine enough to actually question the man. There's not going to be a real investigation after this. He already has what he wants. He has him in handcuffs. Not much more to explore or investigate. Now he's going to go ahead and say whatever he wants to say about, well, this is why I arrested you, or this is why I arrested this man today. And again, you have another black man who's going to go down for a minor, you know, crap charge that's going to go on his record, right? And just, you know, more of these minor charges and, you know, convictions, they're just going to add up, and then suddenly it looks like you have a criminal, you know, because you have a guy that's been, and they can slap any kind of legal term they want to on it. Oh, you looked at me wrong, so, you know, I suspected you of having, you know, some kind of a drug, or, you know, you explained significant amount of, you know, emotion, you know, when you saw me, like you were nervous, right? I don't know, just stupid crap. They can call it whatever you want, whatever they want, like they can do whatever. Slap any kind of legal term on it, made up legal term that they know you don't know of, because you're not within the squad, you're not within the force, right? You know, so it's stupid. Charge upon charge, and then it all adds up. Suddenly you're, you know, you get caught for a speeding ticket, and then you're in court and you're facing like felony charges because you have all these other charges racked up against you that makes you out to be this major criminal. Understand? But even those charges were minor charges upon minor charges. But again, you'll never get believed. It always goes down in history as, you must have been doing something wrong as a black man.
I'm about to go get locked up. I don't live out here. But my lawyer will be eating this up. My lawyer gonna eat this shit up. I'm leaving. You see me leaving. I could talk, but I'm leaving.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That was that big cop too, you know. You leave your investigation. I was leaving, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't in his way. He could have done what he was doing, but he was still shouting at me even as I was leaving, right? It's like, you know, you need to leave, and then he told me to suddenly just wait and hold up. He was like, you're under arrest, you need to stop. And I'm like, under arrest? What? You know, I'm leaving. Shoot. What have I done? But you saw that guy try to yell at him. Like, he's like, you know, you need to leave my investigation. You need to watch how you're talking to me. You need to watch that. Just because you feel like you're, you know, getting an ego boost or something right now. You need to watch that, right? Because he saw that, you know, the camera guy was backing up and he was, you know, farther away from him. He felt less intimidated, right? But, no, you need to watch that. You know what I'm saying? You're just yelling because you feel a little bit more confident. You need to watch how you're talking to me.
Alright, I could talk, motherfucker. Freedom of speech.
And that's me too. Like, you can't do anything about me saying anything. But then again, they can still claim it as yeah, well, you disrespected an officer, so that's $300. No, shut up. Just making up stuff. You're weak.
Faggot.
That's just weakness right there. There's nothing but weakness. I'm done, yo. I'm done.